Hello everyone, and welcome to your third video learning capsule on change management. In the first one, we looked at the Elizabeth Kubler-Ross change curve. In the second one, we looked at Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And now I'd like to move away from the classics of change management and introduce you to spiral dynamics. The spiral dynamics is a very interesting overarching theory that tries to explain the evolution of human systems. And a human system could be an individual, we are our own system, an organization such as a business, or groups as large as a whole civilization. Now, the authors, Don Beck and Christopher Cowan, argued that we are somehow ruled by value systems, and they call those value systems value memes. Now, there's a little bit more into a value meme than just a value system, but I am generalizing to summarize. After all, we only have 5 minutes. Those value systems will start ascending into a group or an organization. They will become dominant once most people in the group or the organization share those values, and then they will be replaced by other, more evolved value systems and fade away without ever disappearing. Some of those value systems will be very individualistic. What will be most important is the individual. Some will be collectivists, which means that what's most important is the collective or the group. So let's have a look at the actual spiral. It starts over here, and as you can see, it's all color-coded with a beige meme or a value system, and the beige value system is really based on survival. What's most important is individual survival. Beige then transforms into purple, and what becomes most important is not individual survival, but group safety. And then we're moving from purple, group safety, into red, where what's really important in a red organization is to follow the leader. We're moving then from red into blue, where following the leader becomes less important, but following the rule becomes the most important. Respect for the law or the rule. Blue organization transforms themselves into orange type organizations, and in orange organizations what's most important is individual success, how we contribute to improve the whole organization. We're then moving from orange into green. In a green type society or organization, what is valued is the respect for others. So it's respecting the community that is most important, not the individual. Now, as you can see, those first 6 stages are part of what the authors will call tier 1, meaning that moving from one to the other is very much organic. Moving from tier 1 to tier 2, that is the yellow, turquoise and coral value system, requires more energy and usually happens through major crises, maybe such as the one that we're living now. So what's the yellow value system like? A yellow value system is again individual, but what's most important is the individual growth as a contributor to the overall system. It would be an organization where there is no hierarchy, there is no boss, but everyone contributes individually and gets recognized for their own contribution and their own growth. You would then transform the yellow type value system into a turquoise type value system, where what's most important is the group and particularly the group harmony. It's being part of something bigger that becomes much more important. And then you move into coral, and the interesting thing is that we actually don't know what coral is all made of. This has not been explained yet by the author, so a bit of mystery there. I guess the big question around spiral dynamics is, where are you? Where is our civilization at the moment? Where is your company at the moment? Where are you individually? What's most important to you? Once you know that, through this theory, you know what's next. And most importantly, you can adapt to what's coming next. And if you adapt, you will strive in the new normal. So quite an interesting to look at in these times of change and evolution. I leave you with that. Thank you very much for listening. Take care and be safe.